In the dungeons we slay, in the dragon's den we play. Raise a glass to the heroes who battle night and day. With a fiddle and a hurdy-gurdy, we'll sing the tales of old. In the tavern we gather, where the stories unfold. In the moonlight we roam through the ancient cobblestones. With swords and shields we march across the land we've known. With a fiddle and a hurdy-gurdy, we'll dance around the fire. In the tavern we revel, let the spirit take us higher.
Yeah, that's anything that makes it feel just a hair more real, that makes you forget about your phone and forget about your work day and what you're going to have to do tomorrow, and just be there present at the table.
Right.
That's all we're going for. But the more sort of interactive those things can be, maybe you can get a little closer to that sort of in the moment experience.
Well, that's
In
what
our,
you
in
do.
our,
You put out a line of props for the game for games. So sell them to the side. Say, look, we have a great trap here. It's an something from from a movie or something. Then you can say, hey, buy this for your campaign. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, John. Sorry.
no. Sorry, no. It's go. No, all I was gonna say is, in our Spelljammer box, in our Spelljammer Platinum box, we had a handheld orrery, and it was made of metal, and you could twist it. It could turn. You could act like you were activating it. Did we want it to project a holographic image of
Yeah.
Absolutely, we wanted it to do that. If the budget was no object, that thing would have had would have been able to project a holographic image of the wild space.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Now that would
But
be.
I think that ties back to what Jeff said earlier. Things that you can use elsewhere, in another role-playing session. Things that have lasting use, that are deployable.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like me. If you can't see, that's on the side over here. I have a whole bookshelf full of crap that I bought because, ooh, look how cool this is. A lot of it's Star Wars stuff, but and they talk and things I could use if I was doing a Star Wars campaign. I've got the hand of what's his face from the MCU. I got the glove. Thanos' glove up here. The son of a bitch is this big, but it looks great when you wear it. So I have all these great props, and I think for D&D, they would be fantastic, because if you look at it, I've only got a couple of things that are D&D, and the rest of them are all Star Wars or MCU. So that would be an awesome thing. Selling small wooden, they could be wooden traps. You see kids' toys or stuff you see online, but market for D&D. I think that'd be great.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun. We also next year we have a box coming out where with the purchase of the box, Ed Greenwood comes to your home and DMs the game for you. So
I wondered what all that blocked off time on my schedule was. I really did.
I love it.
We only sell 1,000 of them, Ed, so it shouldn't be too hard.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I can probably do that.
Okay.
I probably get into trouble crossing the border for the 43rd time. Oh, yeah, really? You're just going to some kid's house in the middle of the night. Yeah, would you kindly go over there, sir? Yeah, I could see that going real well. On the other hand,
well, that is actually something we do with the fans. We do a contest every year, and we pick 3 or 4 fans that when they win the contest, we do a game with Ed on Zoom. And they get to and last year it was the Haunted Halls of Evening Star that Ed so we spent an afternoon or a whole day on the weekend with all these people together. It comes with there's like 10 people on the Zoom. But yeah, it's you're really not that far off. He really does come into your home kind of and get to do it. So.
Good. Attainable goal. Put it on the list.
Yeah, we can do it. I will even wear pants.
Yeah, we'll just do a celebrity game and y'all can join in as some of the celebrities. So
yeah. Well, let me know when Stashwick is playing, because I'm a big I'm a big
Okay.
fan of his playing style.
Have
Boy,
you
he
seen
always-
his
he-
room?
He
Have
did
you
say he
seen
wanted
his?
to come and join us for it.
Yeah, he said he was gonna. He'd like to do it, but it's hard. He's so hard to get a hold of. But
Sure.
have you seen his gaming room?
No.
If you go
Ooh.
on the Mage and Sages podcast on YouTube, there's like 4 different shows about 20 minutes apiece. One of them he pans his room to show you everything he has in there, and that's his sanctuary.
Oh,
He's a
that's just
nerd
gonna make me
player.
feel- That's
Yeah.
He
gonna
got
make me
he's got
terrible.
this huge table that was made for him, gaming table. It's just envious. So yeah.
Okay.
And he always plays in my Gary Con game or Jay Scott's Gary Con
Yes.
game, and I sit
Oh,
in
okay.
on it. One of the two. So yeah. And guess what? I'm sure that Jay does it. Queers the selection process, so you get in. It's just sort of like automatic. We do these things.
Nice, nice. That's great.
Yeah, we're still
Yeah,
trying to
but-
get him in, but he's very hard to get because I have to go through his publicist, and it's hard to get through to him.
Oh, I don't bother going to a publicist. I just
Well,
call
no,
him.
I mean, I talked to him on Facebook with the instant message, but he's like right now he's on his way to Ireland, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What he uses his publicist for is he can't keep track of his schedule.
Yeah.
So that's what the publicist is for.
Yeah,
I don't know. Ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely strikes me as that type.
Yeah.
But he was a lot of fun on the interview, so yeah, we'll
Absolutely.
try to get him on the game too.
Great guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
you-
now is when we like try and pump you for finding out what's coming up next.
Ooh, okay.
yeah, yeah. Consider
Interesting.
yourself pumped.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I've become the house where all the prototypes come.
Oh, nice.
So I can show off I haven't even, they're still shrink wrapped. I haven't even shown them off yet. I don't know if you know, but we came out with a series of character class dice a couple of years ago. They're little dice sets that are specific to a character class, as a fighter set,
Yeah.
player set, whatever. So we decided to do full size editions of these this
Oh,
year.
wow.
Okay.
So here, I'll open it for you. And so they double as a rolling tray. That's the idea. So it has this beautiful art on the front.
Hmm.
And you open it up, and there's your
Oh, wow.
a fighter dice.
Nice.
Oh,
And
nice.
then you can pull that tray out, and then the whole thing becomes your rolling tray.
This is
So-
like Christmas.
Yeah.
love
Really?
So these are going to be coming out in a couple of months, I think. This is the final prototype, so I think they're coming out of the factory now, and we'll be we should be selling these things by Gen Con, I think, right? Right, John?
How many
yeah.
how many different sets are you gonna have?
So we're starting with 5 for this: fighter, cleric, rogue, wizard, and GM. And we'll see how those go. We have 14 sets of the smaller ones. So if these become popular, then we'll keep expanding that. But yeah, so that's the fighter one. and
Those 5 were the most popular, as you can
then
imagine.
the rogue one.
The rogue. Oh,
Mm,
nice.
mm. And these are something
Nice.
you wouldn't have to kickstart. You could just come to the booth in Gen Con and
Oh, yeah.
buy them.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So we're just
Nice.
going. So we're going to go straight into selling them as soon as we have
What's
them available.
what's the cost of each set?
$300. No.
Did you hear me? I went, oh, okay.
Yeah. all right,
Yeah.
yeah, fair enough.
Got a reputation.
Yeah, what are they, John? Do you remember?
Boy, were they
Ish.
70, 75?
75, 79
Something like that.
Something in that
Okay.
range. In that range.
in that
Yeah.
range. Okay.
The smaller sets are 25, and the larger ones I think are in the 70, 75.
75, something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
And
So
are they
a
all the
D-
same
a DM
colors? or-
set would be a big one, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
cool.
what are the colors of these? That one looked like white and gray.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, here, let's take a look, shall we?
Oh, look, he's opening them.
I'll break open a road set for you.
All right.
These are pretty. I remember this one, but it's better that I show it to you. So there's that.
Oh,
So
wow.
I know
Oh, that's pretty.
these look black to you, but they're actually. Can you just see some of the red in
Yeah.
there?
Yeah,
I do,
Yeah,
yeah, on
yeah,
the
yeah.
edges,
yeah.
yeah.
So
It's catching
these
the
are
red.
really, really pretty. And they go really, we're trying to find sets that go well together. So
Yeah.
we've got the sort of classic black matte ones that kind of look like the a high end version of the dice we grew up with, and then
Right.
these are a little shinier. So
Nice.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I don't have a GM set right here, but that one's really pretty. And the everyone the selection of dice is according to what the class needs. So you can see there's a lot of D6s in this rogue one for the backstabs.
Right.
Sure.
And the DM one has a bunch of extra D20s in it. So you can, if you've got 4 goblins attacking at the same time, you can roll different dice for them.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, so that's the idea. So that's super fun. We got that going on.
So
That is
for that
awesome.
price point, we're talking about custom artwork tin or box
Yeah.
that doubles as your dice tray, your custom set of designed class specific dice, colorized and I guess organized for what it would benefit that particular class most or often.
Yeah.
I think that's going to probably sell really good, guys.
I think it should, yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
I think
And
I'm
they're
gonna buy
resin.
one.
They're resin dice, so they're a little bit higher quality than just
Uh-huh.
the standard dice.
They're very fun, very pretty. So yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're really excited about it. We've been talking about this really ever since we launched the other ones 2 years ago, and it's just taken a while to get it exactly to the place we want it. It seems simple, but coming up with the mechanics of that dice tray took a while to really get it where we thought it was practical and reusable and would appeal to people. So
And
hopefully
finding
people will like
a
it.
good company to mold those dice too.
Yep. There's a lot of dice manufacturers out there, but
God, we've come a long way from chit cards to me taking clear polyhedrons and color them with a
Oh yeah,
crayon.
the little wax
Remember
crayon,
that?
absolutely.
I still have my crayons that I bought in 1979
Wow.
with a set of dice. Yeah, I still have them. I mean, come on, how many dice? How much does it take? They're like this long still. I mean, I could use them for until I died.
Right. Yeah, sure. John, you still have some of those old wax dice, don't you?
Oh my gosh.
I don't have any of my old ones anymore, but
Oh no, I've got a dice where the edges are so worn down.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the marble.
If I roll it, it will roll forever.
it will never
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah. No, I have those too where it looks like a ball.
I love
Yeah.
it.
From decades of rolling.
Oh my
Sure.
God.
Okay, I'm gonna start saving money right now for Gen Con because I'm gonna need it.
Yeah.
Ah,
Nice.
Actually, it's given me an incentive at work that as we hit productivity, I get bonuses. I'm just putting those bonuses to the side
There you
to
go.
go buy stuff. So I'll be hitting up your booth for sure.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
oh, you
Other
have
than
a
the dice
job.
sets, anything else?
God damn, man, isn't that enough?
No,
No,
we're
we're
gamers.
gamers.
We're insatiable. We'll just keep going. And
And yeah, and that's it.
So I'll hint at a couple of things because I can't tell you exactly what it is, but we also, I don't know if your audience will be interested in this, but we also do products for Magic the Gathering, the card game.
Oh, yeah.
And so we have a set of products that we're super excited about that we're going to be announcing very shortly here that are for Magic the Gathering that we're going to have when we go to Magic Con in Vegas in the fall. So we do have that product. We also have another product that is D&D anniversary related
Okay.
that we're super excited about. That also harkens back to some old classic modules that we all love. Can't tell you too much about that, but that's also going to be something that we announce hopefully later in May that
Oh, cool.
that people are going to be super excited about.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, that'll be
Yeah.
cool. Because I know a
And
lot
while
of
we're on the
fans-
subject of, oh, sorry to interrupt you. While we're on the subject of Magic, I just wanted to bring up, John was actually the lead on a Magic related project that we did, uh, called Murder at Karloff Manor,
Mhm.
which was our first try at a murder mystery game. So
Mhm.
it's set in the world of
Oh,
Ravnica.
nice.
But it doesn't require any knowledge of playing Magic. It's it's one of these sort of murder mystery games where you can have
Okay.
any number of people and you all get together and you go through all of these sort of in-world documents and handouts and things to try to figure out who committed this murder and how it took place. And so, it really leans into a lot of the stuff that we feel we do really well because there's a lot of in-world stuff and that you go through, and we're telling a story through these handouts. It was a great project to work on, really fun, and we're really hoping that we'll be able to do more of these that are just sort of a one night group of people, rules light, sort of in-worldy, sort of gather around the table and have fun kind of experience. So
Sure.
really, really hopeful that those continue with their popularity and we get to make more of those. So just wanted to plug that shamelessly.
That
Mm.
sounds
No,
great.
it's not.
Yeah.
I bought a copy of a thing to go with that, which I haven't opened, when I was squiring a lady thrifting today. One of the places I went was a game store slash comic store, and that's one of the things I picked up. So I
Was
will
that the one in
open it
Port Hope?
after we.
Was that the one in Port
Fantastic.
Hope?
No, in Oshawa,
Oh, Oshawa. Okay.
in the Schwa.
In the Schwa.
So yes,
Fantastic.
I will open it after we've done this and have fun, because I'm
Fantastic.
always looking for things that I can play with non-dyed-in-the-wool gamers, because I work in
Yes.
a public library and we have all sorts of people who, oh yeah, I've heard about D&D, but isn't it expensive? Or in the
Yeah.
old version of that is, isn't it satanic? So to have things, that you can just put in front of the parents and get them hooked, and then they go, okay, I don't care, we're buying more of this stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other one is, isn't that going to take me 8 hours to figure out how to play it? And the nice
Right.
thing about these games is that there really isn't anything to figure out. You just
Right.
kind of, you sit down, you start looking at stuff, and you go. There's almost no mechanics to them at all. So I think that's why they're popular, and yeah, we're just excited to be able to jump into that space. So
Yeah. And that's going to continue to, as our lives all get busier.
yeah,
And that was, I mean, that is a perennial thing. I recall when I was in high school, which was 50 years ago. No, there was what can we get done in our lunch hour?
yeah,
As opposed to, it'll take our entire lunch hour to take all the pieces out of the box and put the Allies here, the Germans here. Oh, no, yeah. Now it's time to go back to class.
Yes.
That's
Little risk.
that's how Charlie and I started too with Napoleonic Wars, painting those little miniatures,
Yeah.
getting them all up on a big. Oh yeah, we were there.
Yeah.
No, mine
Oh,
started
that's
with
lovely.
Risk. So
Incredible.
And we could have done something worthwhile with our lives, and instead,
I could have bought a second wife if I hadn't bought all my D&D stuff. Are you kidding me? I literally could have bought another wife. I tell you what, with all my stuff. I don't recommend it to anybody.
Jeff,
Jeff. I keep mine hidden in the closet back over here is where I have all my stuff.
Oh, good. I thought
but
you were talking
Why?
about my wife, and I was getting
No.
very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Hurry,
right?
no,
Hurry,
not
I
my
dare
wife.
you, I
No.
dare you not to cut that.
Oh, buddy, do not dare me.
There are
Believe
so many things. There are so many things about Jeff's wife I cannot say on the show.
me. That's true.
And
That's
it's out
Actual
of it's out
runtime
of
of this episode, 7 minutes.
and it's and it's out of pure absolute love for Sharon because she's an amazing woman.
Yes.
Yes. No, you can't. No, no. God, no. No, no, no. I know what you're thinking.
Here's something that I'll rib on Jeff about. Let's say in some fantasy world that Jeff could get away with buying every single one of these games today, and he's not gonna. She's not gonna let him. That's absolutely a fact. But let's say that happened
Mhm.
in a week's time. Sharon would learn whatever game he was into, and he would never win.
Yes.
Not
yes.
one time.
Yes.
Let me tell you the story
Oh my God.
about Sharon Thetford. She is probably the greatest strategic player I've ever come across, and I love playing games. Our favorite go-to when we're just looking to kill brain cells and just lose hours is we will play session after session of Lords of Waterdeep.
Okay. Yep.
Sharon has never read one book, has played one game of Dungeons and Dragons, and to her it was just kind of meh. And she wins, I would say, about 85% of the time.
No, more like with me,
without
95%.
fail. Without fail, she wins and just whips the tail off of all of us. She whips the tail off of the guys that invented all the lore that goes into the game.
Yep.
And she could care less. She could care less who they are, what they wrote, what it means to them, how important all this lore is. She's like, yeah, give me the dice. Give me the dice. No. I gotta go. And she just
I mean,
all the time.
When we were playing, we were in we're at Gary Con. Not Gary Con, Gamehole Con.
Gamehole Con.
And we were in, was it your room?
My hotel room.
Your hotel
and
room.
I came back
You
from
came
doing
back
a
to it.
thing.
We were playing Lords of Waterdeep. We had Jeff Grubb. We had Stephen Shend. We had Karen Boomgarten. We had Brian Goody, and then myself and Sharon. And who else was playing? I don't remember. We had a full table. And we, Elf, you know Jeff Grubb and these people, they're big TSR people.
TSR royalty,
royalty, right? And I think Jeff Grubb worked on Lords of Waterdeep or had something to do with it. And when we're playing, we draw a card. You've played before, right? You guys have played Lords of Waterdeep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once.
Right.
Well, only once for me, but yeah.
That's okay. Well, I mean, we'll talk to Bill. So when you pull a card, it says something on there, stop an assassination attempt, and it has a little blurb at the bottom of it that you can read. And Jeff Grubb would pull the card out, and he would haughtily stare into the sky, and he'd read the card and play it. I'm doing the same thing. So is Steve and everybody. And Sharon's like, move me 10. That's all she says. Boom, I'm playing this card. I'm playing that card. She didn't even know she won. And she's still playing. We finished the game and she still counted. Oh, I found 10 more points. I found 30 more. She literally laps the board on everybody playing the game.
Yeah.
And
she was lapping the board, and I was just thinking, oh, I love this.
Sharon and she didn't even know she'd won. And we're like, Sharon, you already won. Stop.
That's fantastic.
So we play it all the time. Once or twice a week, Sharon and I will sit here because she sits behind me over here, and we'll play online Lords of Waterdeep. And she loves the game, but she knows nothing about it. Curry and I, when we're teaching people how to play the game, you see here, this is the Yawning Portal. What the Yawning Portal is, you see, is this tavern, and Sharon's like, let me explain it. You go here, you make points. You go here, you make points. You go here, you get points. You go. That's all you need to know.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think the best comment she made, she's trying to read her lord, and she was the drow. And she'd look at it and she goes, who the fuck comes up with these names? And Ed was standing behind her. He goes, I do.
So you're the idiot. Yep.
That's right.
Pretty much.
So, but that's just saying, I could buy the games, but I mean, that's what happened with Waterdeep Heist. Went with a bunch of guys. I bought the game. My wife called me that night in my hotel room. She goes, what's this $500 charge on a credit card? I'm like, oh, research.
Never look at the credit card during a convention. That's You should know better.
It's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
That's for sure.
Jeff.
That's what this whole company is founded on, actually.
You think so? Is it? I love it.
I love
have to
this.
ask
This
you-
is fun. Yeah, go ahead.
When is the Ring of Chaos shipping?
We're saying August, and we think it will be earlier.
Okay.
Oh, nice. I really
So-
can't wait to get it in.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, I
It's
can't
been a
wait.
joy. We're actually already, I haven't mentioned this anywhere else, but I might as well. We're actually starting work right now on a new set of art for a expansion set for that game. So we're hoping
really?
it's popular enough that we'll be able to follow it up. It's very, very cool. Just a different sort of theme of art for the characters, and it's going to give it a cool feel. So hopefully it'll do well, and we'll be able to put that thing out because it's been a lot of fun to work on.
In the moonlight we roam through the ancient cobblestones. With swords and shields we march across the land we've known. With a fiddle and a hurdy-gurdy, we'll dance around the fire. In the tavern we revel, let the spirit take us high.
La 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 la.